projects.
Correct.
Like the NEGP has done it, in the past, that they've built up projects which have, accelerated e-governance initiatives. I think somewhere, maybe NEGP or maybe
I think that
has to say, these are my 5 pilot projects.
I think education and health have emerged.
We are about to reach the threshold when this thing will come, what Gautam is talking about. Because you see, even this NKNC, there was a meet chaired by Prime Minister himself in January 2009, and he cleared this 1500 crore project. And it's mandatory for almost every college and university to get connected to it, otherwise they will stop receiving their grants. So I mean,
these are the forces.
This is a very good example of policy plus accountability factor.
Another example, UK. So UK, and this is a very good time when we're having this discussion. 20th February 2012, UK government has launched a website, govstore.net. govstore.net is actually a beta version of what they call the government store, or a G store, right? And this initiative was launched way back in 2010. And what they've done is like, you can go to the store and buy cloud-based services, right? So there are about 255 vendors and about 1,700 cloud-based services, pan-European vendors who are there. So that any government entity goes to a government store, they say, okay, this is my service, this is my cost, I will pick it and implement. But of course, so they have consolidated some of it. So that's what some of the countries.
Then on the international side, I'll give another 2 examples. I was hearing talking about the Interpol. There is an application called I-24/7, okay, which is run by Interpol for raid, corner notice. This purely on the cloud. And as on date, I think 85 countries are using that I-24/7 application.
I think even within the Indian, I can talk only about the mobile government thing, because the MSDG, I think they are about 30 services they have put on the G-store kind of a thing. So it's not yet made it public, but
it is similar to the government application exchange work. I mean, there's some parts that we are also working on, which is trying to, it's not called a store, but sort of an application exchange where there is a potential to, share these applications. There's one more part, to the usage of cloud, which is going to evolve the framework. And again, an international example, there is something called Eye on Earth. You can go to this website, Eye on Earth, which is basically a
Eye on what?
Eye on Earth. Yeah, EYE, O-N Earth. So this is basically a two-way communication website whereby the European Union, all those observatories, they come together and try to put out the quality of air and water, and which is based primarily on the inputs and feedback given by tourists or individuals or citizens who are traveling to different parts of Europe. And there is a platform which exists where they can go and provide their feedback mechanism, and from which the observatory learns and then kind of communicates. So this is one example. Why I'm bringing this example is from the fact that there is this whole we talked a lot about electronic delivery of services, very structured set of information like passport and other examples, but there is this whole build-up of two-way communication on the cloud, which can be leveraging popular social media networks, or it could be, like in case of Eye on Earth, it could be on a very specific, domain-specific cloud two-way communication network that you've created. But this is a very strong force, which is communication between citizens and the government, which has already started happening. And if you look at our example, in fact, governance now supported by us, we had done something called a gov.in, where we had showcased at least 15 examples where government is actually using social networks for delivering citizen services. So that also is a very, very big phenomenon. So while you are setting up templates and plans and institutional mechanism for the mission mode projects, there is also work which DIT for sure I know is doing, and I'm sure every line ministry, but Ministry of External Affairs is one of the biggest user, right? So that's also going to be an important part of the institutional framework as to how to handle this network, whether it's a popular network like the Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever, or your own network. So when you're looking at the institutional framework, you have to look at two parts. And if I had to extend, Samir, at this stage, I don't know what your plans are, but if I wanted to extend this discussion to one more point. I think we've had excellent discussion on what is, what challenges, what areas, examples, standards, and templates, institutional mechanism. But if I had to look at 5 year hence, where I'm assuming that cloud is inevitable, and in different ways at different levels, government will move to the cloud. What will be the implication on the data management side is something that I just wanted to bring to the table. And what I mean, I'll just quickly clarify. See, in government there would be different ways of implementing cloud. First is a private cloud. Let's say a passport seva goes in for a private cloud and does an implementation. Or, like electronic delivery of services, 5 states come together and, deliver on private cloud and interoperate on...
If I may interrupt you, I have one point that adds to yours one. That I am in the process of studying and implementing this framework for information dissemination and collection. So I am in the nascent stage of developing one of the framework. So I would like to just put in before you so that you can, along with this data management thing, discuss. That every state, especially to Indian context, that the states can have their own partners, own technology partners. By that way, many of technology OEMs people will get to work with the government, not only with the center, but every state might have their own. They will have their own clouds that will be called SWC, statewide clouds. And then there is a superstructure called countrywide cloud. Now, every state will offer their local services, maybe in their local languages or something. And there will be certain services which will be common to the states. So, if one state has already developed a service, the other state will not go for redeveloping. Rather than they will use from their cloud on pay-per-use basis. By this way, we can minimize the duplicacy. Right? And I think
J&K is doing this with...
yeah, that's right. So that is one example that we have. But just, thanks for that, Rajiv. But what I was saying is that, I'm looking at data management issues 5 years later, given current set of cloud implementation. So what are the possible ways? Private cloud is one thing that for sure we are going to see.
And government cloud will be another one.
Yeah, government cloud. So, that's a kind of a hybrid. The other is that whole Gov 2.0, okay, which is the public network and, email, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, okay. The third is, the application exchange that we talked about, where, let's say it is mandatory for every state government to go to the store or the application exchange and use at least 2 of those applications for their state. Let us say a policy like that. So application exchange, and then the open data, which is a framework which is already there in the US and a couple of other countries.
India also, I think next month, NIC is supposed to launch that portal.
No, these are to my mind, these are 4 different ways in which the execution of the cloud will happen. Now, if you look at details of each one of these, they have huge implications in terms of what it throws for what we call as big data. Okay, so that big data is going to be a very important issue, whether it is in terms of unstructured data coming up. If you look at Gov 2.0, what is it? It's absolutely unstructured data. Or it is in terms of interoperability. Let's say you are doing a private cloud, we talked about legacy implication, application and not easy. So interoperability. And then the third is drawing out information. Till now we've been talking about getting the transactional information in transactional systems. But when we want to do decision making on the basis of what is the transaction that has run, then the whole piece of intelligence. The point I'm making is that any form of implementation of cloud, next 5 years, the government is going to be faced with this issue of big data. And there has to be a mechanism or a discussion or a policy or a plan in terms of how are you going to look at the data management policies from an unstructured data point of view or interoperability point of view or an intelligence point of view.
Needless to reply your story, in fact, whenever we are thinking on these forums now, we have raised a very valid point, and what we are suggesting to each of these departments who are thinking on that direction is this will go in tandem. I mean, whenever I am thinking for a cloud-ready kind of applications, or the day I am thinking towards moving into that particular environment, this question goes in parallel. So I am ready. The moment I am moving, yes, alongside I have to be ready. The second thing is I have complete walkthrough through US federal structure, where they have their complete defense, US complete defense. If you see, most of their defense projects or defense applications they are running on cloud. Most of their defense, and it's a defense application. You can imagine how crucial. And when you talk about US defense, that's even more
sensitivity.
So there I have found that they have started to it, or even today they are on the set of they call government cloud. That's their defense part. So I am seeing in India even it will be a variance. Like it will purely dictate by the application demand, or the criticality, or the sensitivity of the application or the department. So probably in India also, what my own observation is, we have a variance, like you have said. Some of the applications will go and reside here on the government cloud. Some definitely, like our colleagues from public sector, they may think of joining another cloud, like Indian Oil, HPCL, because they are the like-minded people. I am doing the same kind of business. You have to see the business angle of it. So who are my target audience? If I am an oil sector, my target audience is not Golok. My target audience is somebody else. So if I am a defense sector, my target audience is somebody else. If I am a health sector, my target audience is somebody else. So the cloud variants will come depending upon the target audience. And when we talk about a target audience, there has to be a variance, right? And these variants will remain. You cannot combine everybody everywhere, then it will be another mammoth of the data management, which you will never be able to meet that. So what I am observing is, even in case of governance, or in case of e-governance for example, we have different kind of applications. So I have a finance application, I have a treasury application, I have a passport applications, I have simple applications like e-districts, various kind of applications in governance, parlance also. So there also I am looking, probably, maybe we have states 35, 36, but each of these states, why can't a treasury applications, which characteristics and enhanced features remain same, whether I delivered it in Gujarat or maybe in Bihar or Jharkhand, the characteristics of the application remain same. So I don't have to do much work even on the data management side. Be it your data, it is my data. So those kind of variants will come, and probably somewhere when we are creating these frameworks, we will see that these kind of things have been taken care. Other for user, it will be another nightmare. Like even if, like Neeraj is saying, wants to move to the cloud, is another problem. You have created a problem for him. How to come out, how to manage my data. That will be another. So what we are thinking, government is always a problem. And it's not like in private sector you have a strong workforce who is always ready to take care of it. No, there are very few people. There are limited people who will work on that, and who has to take care of the entire scene. So that's why you have to
There are so many people who would like to work on that, but there are very few qualified people who should work on that.
I don't want to pinpoint on anyone.
I think 5 years down the line, when we're talking about, my presumption is that in the G2C domain, with the kind of push we are looking at open government data, there will be a number of services where the data management would not be the issue of government at all. So the data management policy, when talk about G2G and G2A, is very easy to define and maintain.
Not necessarily, because you tell me now, see, every state, a typical Madhya Pradesh for example, will have about 4.5 lakh employees. Tell me, do they have a single synchronized HR application?
That's my point.
Today, last 7 years, I've been working in the government domain. Last 7 years that has not happened, though that project started, a lot of discussion, etc.
See, but the last 7 years were entirely different. When 2003 you started CSC program, nobody knew that mobiles would be there, so they talked about this infrastructure.
But specifically on data management.
But I'm saying, given the current level of policy.
I was only
and
reacting to the
towards,
fact that, you know, the open data
Yeah, you're
will
right.
not be an issue, or it will be a simpler
I'm
issue.
saying
I'm just
G2C,
reacting to that
G2C.
point.
When you're saying G2E like HR etc.
Yeah.
There if the government wants to deploy a solution, then having a uniform solution across the country is not a big problem because it's a G2E. So you will not even state, say, I'll just tell you.
I'm just reacting to that,
Income
you know.
tax department has spent 40 crores in buying Blackberries for all the people in IT.
So see, if it is, so
they can go for
so
any-
because here is the difference. When you are looking at a ministry, it's doable. So if you just compare the MMPs, right, the central and the state, and you will by yourself know as to where the issue is, right? Central government, all central MMPs are kind of, you know, running on track. Lot has been done. That is where the issue comes. So if you're talking about, let's say, a CPDC or a CBDC or an external affairs passport immigration, that's fine. That's within their domain in terms of, so there are no data sharing issues. But when you come to, let us say, cross-departmental activity, that is still going to be a challenge. So
There has to be
you know,
an open source support.
today for PDS, there are tons of people who own luxury cars and still go to a ration shop and pick up their sugar and wheat and rice.
Yeah.
Right. Have we been able to? This is not an issue which we have not understood for the last 5 years or 7 years or 10
No,
years.
but now-
There's a big leakage. So what is it that we have done for sharing the data between simple, you know, the food and transport? Right?
Now,
But there are
now we are
issues.
talking,
Yeah, yeah.
like as you rightly said, now passport will be interacting with CCTNS application. Passport will be interacting with MOA application. Passport will be interacting with UID. So now things are happening. We are. I mean, very
Only
seriously.
you had that e-governance award last year
About
because of
11 years back.
PDS project, because Chhattisgarh got the e-governance award only for this PDS project, where every subscriber gets an SMS. Your dealer has just picked up your ration. Go and collect it tomorrow. So that dealer cannot say, no, I don't have the stock.
So Rajiv, that is the service part. That's fine.
See,
What we are talking about
service part.
No.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
what we kind of moved one step forward, where now we are talking about the data sharing.
So that's on data part. From 5 years from now, I see more and more usage of data warehouse along with in combination with your cloud. Because you see, whenever we talk of data, primarily we divide it into two parts. One is that data which is being used for transaction, and another that is used for analysis.
So Rajiv, that is from my technology. What we are talking about is the issue of you know, the whole complexity around data sharing is what we were.
I think we have overstepped our time also, and
Just
yeah.
one query if I can take. I just wanted to understand, but very senior